Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has announced urgent steps to secure new energy supplies after declaring a state of national energy emergency amid escalating tensions linked to the Iran conflict. In a televised address to the nation, President Marcos assured citizens that the government is actively working to stabilize fuel availability. He revealed plans to procure 1 million barrels of oil, adding to the country's existing reserves, currently estimated to last around 45 days. We will ensure a continuous flow of oil, not just 1 or 2 deliveries, but a sustained supply of petroleum products, the president stated. The Philippines, which relies on imports for approximately 98% of its oil, primarily from the Gulf region, has become the first country to declare an energy emergency following the sharp rise in global fuel prices. The ongoing conflict involving the United States, Israel, and Iran, along with disruptions in the critical Strait of Hormuz, has sent shockwaves through global energy markets. This has resulted in fuel shortages and prices more than doubling since late February. President Marcos emphasized that the emergency declaration grants the government expanded legal authority to act decisively in ensuring energy security and protecting the national economy. Nothing is off the table. We are exploring every possible solution, he added. To manage the crisis, the government has formed a special committee responsible for overseeing the distribution of fuel, food, medicines, and other essential goods. Authorities are also now empowered to directly procure petroleum products to strengthen national reserves. The emergency measures will remain in effect for 1 year, unless extended or lifted earlier. Meanwhile, Philippine Ambassador to the United States, José Manuel Romualdez, confirmed that Manila is working closely with Washington to secure exemptions that could allow oil imports from U.S.-sanctioned countries. However, the declaration has sparked mixed reactions. Labor group Kilusang Mayo Uno has criticized the move, calling it an admission of failure by the government to address the crisis earlier. The group also raised concerns over provisions that could limit workers' rights to protest, especially as fuel costs continue to strain household incomes. On the other hand, business leaders, including Tycoon Manuel V. Pangilinan, have expressed support for the emergency powers, warning that rising energy costs are already impacting business operations. Public frustration is also growing. Transport unions, including Piston, have announced a 2-day nationwide strike, demanding fuel tax cuts, price rollbacks, higher wages, and greater government intervention in the energy sector. Since the crisis began, the government has introduced fuel subsidies for transport drivers, reduced ferry services, and implemented a 4-day workweek for civil servants to conserve fuel. Energy Secretary Sharon Garin confirmed that the country currently holds fuel reserves sufficient for approximately 45 days. She also noted that the Philippines may temporarily rely more on coal-fired power plants due to soaring liquefied natural gas prices. Experts warn that Asia remains particularly vulnerable, as nearly 90% of oil and gas passing through the Strait of Hormuz is destined for the region. As global tensions persist, the Philippines now faces a critical challenge, balancing energy security, economic stability, and public pressure in an increasingly uncertain world.